All right, we back with the boxing clinic and more. Y'all know what the business is, man. And we talking some NBA real talk. Some rumors going around that the Houston Rockets have put together are putting a package together to trade for Jimmy Butler from the Minnesota Timberwolves. And it's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Y'all know we talk more than boxing. We're gonna talk some real sports real quick. All right. I'm not sure what they can actually give. Obviously, I know Minnesota don't want Melo. I know draft picks. I don't know if they're willing to compromise or trade Capella. I know it have to be a certain amount of days if they could trade Capella. Not pretty much sure what all they willing to give up. I don't know their roster well, but I know they got a lot. They traded a lot of depth guys. All right, when they traded for Chris Paul. Okay, but if they could pull it off, could they be a major threat to the Golden State Warriors? And the answer is yes. Okay. Last year, I never really thought the Houston, no matter if it went 6 or 7 or 4 or 5, I never really thought that Houston really was going to beat Golden State. Okay. Golden State, it's hard to keep repeating, man, and going back to back. And people don't understand, no matter how young you are, making deep playoff runs, 6, 7, 4-game series, whatever it may be, you losing a lot of juice out your legs, okay? So they had to do something to get better because they lost some depth from the year before. And what they did to get better was they brought in DeMarcus Cousins. Nobody else wanted to sign Cousins, so he went to the Warriors. And the one advantage they had over the Warriors was Capella controlling the boards. Now they don't have that advantage if the Cousins can mesh with this team, okay? Jimmy Butler is good, but he's not going to go over there and be a superstar-esque player. You got to remember, what made Golden State so special is the camaraderie that they have in sharing the ball in the flow. Okay, Mike D'Antoni love to run up and down the floor. They got two really, really good defenders, and they will have really two good defenders in Jimmy Butler and Chris Paul. James Harden is giving a better effort defensively. I know people probably can laugh at that, but he's trying. Melo, when he wants to, can lock in and be a good defender. Capella's a really good defender at the rim. But do they have the depth, especially after trading pieces for Jimmy Butler? That is the question. But they definitely, Butler can make and take big shots and make key defensive plays. Melo can make and take big shots. It can make key defensive plays when he wants to. Okay, I don't know if that Melo is still inside of his chest. All right. And Chris Paul, if he's healthy, can make key defensive plays and key offensive plays. That's a very dangerous threat. And easily I would scoot them, clearly past the Lakers for 2 in the West, or possibly past Golden State for 1, depending on injuries and stuff of that nature. But if they get Jimmy Butler, it makes the West that much interesting to make it harder for LeBron once again. Obviously, the Lakers could easily trade for Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler is not going to sign there. Apparently, he don't want to play with LeBron. They know, they had great battles in the East before. Okay, so that's something also to look at. I guess, he really don't like LeBron and want to beat him. Okay, but if you didn't know, it didn't work in Minnesota. It's not working in Minnesota because Jimmy Butler didn't respect the youngins there, okay? I didn't say he didn't, but he didn't respect them if it's true what he said and he had relations with Karl Anthony Towns' girlfriend out of all the women in the world. That's sleazy. He didn't respect them because they didn't work hard enough. They was taking it for a game. He 30 years old, okay? I think he did 4 years at Marquette, so he looking at them like, man, I'm trying to make a championship push, and we got the talent to kind of push and make a push in the West. Karl Anthony Towns is as talented as any big man in the league. Andrew Wiggins got a lot of potential, but he don't play with no motor. He don't play with no heart, like Steven Jackson say. And he just looking. Jeff Teague doing his part, and he just don't really see the drive and the push from the young fellas, man. And he want to win now. And he don't want to be in Minnesota. Now, if these dudes was balling, working hard, committed, playing defense, and brought the intensity every night, man, Jimmy Butler would just sign with Minnesota and they could make a huge push. But that ain't the case, okay? That really ain't the case. But Jimmy could change the dynamics for the Houston Rockets. Major could change those dynamics, man. You could put him on Chris Paul. You could put him on Steph Curry. You could put Chris Paul wherever you want to put. I mean, that would change it dramatically, but it'll make it more interesting, but I still would favor Golden State simply for the fact that the camaraderie that they do have. All right, it's a lot of camaraderie, a lot of ball movement. I know D'Antoni he can move up and down the floor, but when playoff time comes, they slow down. what was going to be his remedy, especially if Chris Paul go out. But I like it if Jimmy Butler go to the Houston Rockets. Fuck it, make it a big super team fest out west and out east. All right, let's get to it. Let's put these teams on steroids and let's see who can mesh the best. And pretty soon, I think Golden State is going to be breaking up anyway. All right, there's rumors of Kevin Durant going out east to New York, or going to LeBron, or going back to OKC. And we'll see, man. He's rumors that Klay Thompson, daddy, want him to go play for the Lakers like he did. So, y'all know what the business is, man. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. I definitely appreciate everybody for chiming in and listening. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We talk more than boxing, so don't let the name fool you. Got a basketball playlist, NFL playlist, music and entertainment playlist, and a bunch of different content that we drop, motivational stuff as well. So check it out and check the links on the description in our social media.